you live. Have you ever wondered why no matter how hard you try, you just don't seem to fit in anywhere? Why every crowd feels too loud, every friendship feels too shallow, and every place you go feels like a temporary stop instead of home? You're not lost, you're not broken. You are different because you were never meant to blend in. You were designed to stand out. And in this video, we're exploring the divine truth behind that difference, the deeper meaning of being the chosen one. So stay till the end, because what you'll hear today will awaken something you've always felt but never could explain. Difference, that's where it all begins. From childhood, you sensed it, that quiet knowing that your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions didn't align with others. While they were busy chasing trends, you were questioning reality. While they laughed at the surface, you were diving into the depths. The world told you to just be normal, but your soul refused to shrink. Because chosen ones are never built for normality, they are built for purpose. Isolation. You walked through seasons of solitude that felt unbearable. Nights where you prayed for belonging, mornings where silence felt heavy. But that silence wasn't punishment, it was preparation. God isolates his chosen before he elevates them. He removes distractions, false friends, and noise because he's aligning you with your higher mission. That deep loneliness, it's actually your sacred classroom, where your spirit learns to hear divine whispers that others cannot perceive. Rejection. You face people turning their backs on you for no reason. They misunderstood your intentions, mocked your kindness, and questioned your worth. But rejection is God's redirection. Every door that closed was a setup for your destiny. Every betrayal was a push toward your purpose. The chosen ones must first experience what it feels like to be forgotten. Only then can they understand the true meaning of grace when they rise. Sensitivity. You feel everything: deeply pain, joy, energy, even the moods of others. Sometimes it feels like a curse, but it's actually your greatest gift. This sensitivity is your spiritual radar. It allows you to sense truth, discern intentions, and connect with unseen energies. You weren't made to toughen up. You were made to tune in, because through your empathy, you carry light into places that have forgotten how to feel. Inner calling. Even when you try to ignore it, something inside keeps pulling you, a quiet voice whispering, "You're meant for more." That's not imagination. That's divine programming. The chosen ones carry ancient assignments within their soul. The world tries to distract you, but your calling keeps returning like an echo that refuses to fade. The more you run, the louder it gets, because destiny does not forget its own. Awakening. There comes a moment when your soul begins to remember who you are. You start seeing repeating numbers, synchronicities, and signs that feel too aligned to be coincidence. You start realizing that your past pain wasn't random, it was initiation. Every heartbreak, every delay, every disappointment was refining you. It was sculpting the spiritual armor you'll need for the path ahead. Transformation. The old version of you begins to dissolve. Habits fall away. People drift out of your life. You start craving peace over drama, growth over gossip, purpose over popularity. It feels uncomfortable because the caterpillar inside you is dying, but that's the only way the butterfly can emerge. You're not losing yourself. You're finding the real you hidden beneath the conditioning of this world. Responsibility. The chosen path is not easy. You'll be misunderstood, underestimated, even attacked. But remember, light always attracts darkness. The stronger your aura, the more it challenges what's asleep around you. Don't shrink, don't dim. Every storm is proof of your strength. You're not meant to escape the world. You're meant to elevate it. Purpose. When you finally embrace who you are, everything starts aligning. You begin seeing divine timing in everything and the people you meet, the opportunities that appear, the peace that replaces chaos. You realize that your mission is not to be loved by the world, but to transform it. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, carrying frequencies of awakening through your words, your actions, and your presence. Signs. Have you noticed how people often open up to you without knowing why? Or how you can walk into a room and instantly shift the atmosphere? That's spiritual authority. You don't even have to speak loudly, your energy speaks for you. Chosen ones don't chase attention, they radiate presence. That's why others feel something powerful around you. even when you're silent. Challenges. Every chosen one faces opposition before elevation. You'll go through the tests that seem unfair, but each one strengthens your faith, sharpens your intuition, and deepens your resilience. God allows the breaking only to rebuild you with divine precision. Remember, diamonds form under pressure. You're not being destroyed. You're being refined. Faith. The chosen path often feels lonely because few can see what you see, but your faith will be your fuel. Even when the path is dark, keep walking because light follows those who refuse to give up. When you can't see the way forward, trust that the divine hand guiding your steps has already prepared the ground beneath you. Manifestation. Once you align with your purpose, the universe begins to respond. What once seemed impossible begins to unfold naturally. Doors open, energy flows, and synchronicities multiply. You start attracting experiences not because you chase them, but because your vibration matches them. That's when you realize miracles were never rare. You just had to become the person who could receive them. Destiny. Being a chosen one is not about superiority, it's about service. You were chosen not to stand above, but to stand for, to be the mirror through which others remember their light. The world may not always understand you, but heaven recognizes you. You are part of a divine army awakening humanity, one heart at a time. The awakening. There comes a point when everything you thought you wanted begins to lose its meaning. The validation, the attention, the approval, it all starts to feel empty. That's because the chosen ones can't be fulfilled by the temporary. You begin craving the eternal. You start questioning everything. Your job, your relationships, your identity. It's not confusion, it's awakening. Your soul is shedding the false layers of who you were told to be so that your true essence can finally breathe. The world may call it a breakdown, but in truth, it's your breakthrough. Needs the mirror phase. As your vibration rises, you'll notice that people react differently to you. Some will be drawn to your energy like moths to a flame, while others will project their shadows onto you. That's because your presence becomes a mirror reflecting both the light and darkness within others. When people can't face their truth, they resist yours. But don't take their reactions personally. Your energy simply reveals what's hidden. That's the power of the chosen ones. You awaken truth just by existing. The separation. There's a sacred loneliness that comes before your next chapter. You'll feel disconnected from the world you once knew, and even from people you love. But that's because you're not meant to walk the old path anymore. God is repositioning you for alignment. The old energy can't go where you're headed. The people who drift away aren't a loss. They're a sign that your vibration has shifted. You're not being abandoned. You're being elevated. The responsibility of light. When you finally realize who you are, the universe starts testing how much light you can hold without losing yourself. The chosen ones must master humility, compassion, and inner balance, because great power without wisdom leads to chaos. Your energy influences everything around you, which is why your thoughts, emotions, and intentions matter more than ever. You're not just a participant in the world anymore, you're a creator within it. The divine protection. You may not realize it, but you've been protected more times than you can count. Those close calls, those last-minute changes, those moments where things seem to fall apart only to later make sense, all of it was divine interference. The chosen ones walk under a special covering. Your enemies can plot, but they cannot prevail. God allows the storm only to reveal his strength through you. Every battle you survive is proof that your mission isn't finished yet. The revelation. One day you'll wake up and realize that all the pain, all the confusion, all the rejection had a divine pattern. You'll see how every season prepared you for the next. You'll understand that not fitting in was never a curse. It was protection from mediocrity. You were never meant to belong to the world because your purpose was to transform it. The day you accept that truth, peace will flood your soul. Because that's when you'll finally understand. You are a chosen one, and your light was never meant to blend in. It was meant to shine so powerfully that even darkness remembers your name. So tell me, have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, you just can't fit in anywhere? Maybe that's because you were never supposed to. What's your opinion? Comment me below and let's unfold the truth together. Don't forget to subscribe for more curious thoughts like this. And if you're ready to dive even deeper into what it truly means to be chosen, check out the video in the description. It carries a message meant only for you.